The 2023 Daytona 500 had its many ups and downs with a lot of action and drama. Today we're going to take a look at all what happened in the race and analyze why many drivers like Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, and Ryan Blaney couldn't manage to secure the win. But before we do that, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for more NASCAR videos like this. At Daytona, the race commences as the green flag is waved, with cars proceeding in pairs through the first 4 laps. The initial moments of the race see Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson contending for the top spot, with the competition remaining intense. During the early duration of the race, many drivers had great advantage. In the first 25 laps, for example, Jimmie Johnson has made significant progress, having already advanced 11 positions from his starting point, while other drivers didn't seem to have the best of luck during this time, like Ty Dillon. Ty was facing some issues as his number 77 car was emitting a thick smoke from its exhaust pipes, suggesting a potential problem with the engine. With 20 laps remaining in Stage 1, Denny Hamlin was at the forefront, aiming to secure his 4th Daytona 500 victory. In second place is Bell, trailed by Chase Briscoe, Tyler Reddick, and Bubba Wallace. Upon taking the lead, Wallace made contact with the wall, causing him to drop down the field swiftly. Therefore, he had to make a pit stop to replace his tires. Wallace was forced into the wall due to his contact from his teammate Martin Truex Jr., resulting in him falling a lap behind. Truex was bumped by Denny Hamlin, a co-owner of 2311 Racing, which caused him to collide with Wallace. This is a regrettable turn of events for Wallace, who placed second in the previous edition of this race. However, as the stage drew to a close, the caution flag was raised, affording Wallace the chance to make necessary modifications at pit road. The second stage was now in progress, with Keselowski and Priest leading the charge in their respective lanes. Busch entered pit road at high speed, resulting in a pass-through penalty being imposed on him. Later on after that, a significant crash occurred after Reddick collided with the wall, causing a great deal of secondary damage. The incident trapped Blarney, Jones, and Elliott in confusion. Reddick, Jones, and Elliott were forced to retire from the race following the collision. The incident began when Harvick made contact with a number 45 vehicle while negotiating a turn. Blaney, Suarez, Truex, and Larson also sustained damage in the crash. Caution flag waved again. 58 laps to go, as the tire of Blaney's car dislodged and landed in the middle of the track. However, after that, the race seemed to continue on as usual, as drivers competed as best as they could and had better end results. We are now 20 laps away from the finish, and the situation was becoming intriguing. The number 41 Ford Mustang driver Ryan Preece and number 34 Ford driver Michael McDowell spun out. After spinning out, a significant collision occurred that eliminated several other vehicles from the race. As we approached the final moments of the race, we saw Busch with his number 8 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 taking the lead, with Keselowski falling back to 6th position. But just a few minutes after that, Suarez spun, and as a result, the yellow flag was raised. In the end, it was Ricky Stenhouse Jr. driving the number 47 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 who won the 2023 Daytona 500. He had to say this afterwards. "Man, this is unbelievable. This was the side of my last win back in 2017. We worked really hard. We had a couple shots last year to get a win and fell short. It was a tough season, but man, we got it done. Daytona 500. They left me a note in the car that said they believe in me and to go get the job done right tonight. I made a few mistakes. We were able to battle back." This incredible win had NASCAR fans cheer up for this talented driver, but also left many others upset that things didn't go as predicted. You see, some of the key players in NASCAR, who many believed they were going to do well in the race. This includes, of course, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, and last but not least, Kyle Busch, who didn't have solid luck in the race. So, we're going to see why. Let's start with Denny Hamlin. On Sunday, the driver attributed his failure to win his 4th Daytona 500 race to a strategy call made late in the race, as a pit stop decision caused him to fall behind the front-running group. During his podcast, Actions Detrimental, with Denny Hamlin, the driver revealed that he held a significant chance of winning the race after leading for 6 laps, but his opportunity was lost due to the final pit stop cycle. Specifically, he pitted along Joe Gibbs Racing teammate Martin Truex Jr. from a top 5 position with only 23 laps remaining. remaining. The initial strategy was for Truex and Hamlin to exit the pits together, but Truex required less fuel to compete the race and left the pits with a considerable gap ahead of Hamlin, preventing them from drafting immediately. Meanwhile, their competitors pitted more frequently, resulting in significant faster outlaps and pushing the Toyota pair to the back of the pack. As a result of these developments, Truex finished in 15th place and Hamlin in 17th. Things didn't also go to plan for Chase Elliott, as many placed their bets on him to take the Daytona 500 win for this season. As the second stage was drawn to a close, a catastrophic incident on the track led to a significant collision that prematurely ended the day for a number of drivers. Among those caught up in the crash were the notable names such as Erik Jones, Chase Elliott, Tyler Reddick, and Ryan Blaney. Many people also had their eyes on Ryan to succeed in the race. However, the unfortunate turn of events forced him to retire from the race before reaching the final stages, effectively ending their chances of securing victory in the prestigious event. Moreover, Joey Logano, a NASCAR Cup season champion and winner of the 2015 Daytona 500, was on the brink of adding yet another significant accomplishment to his already impressive resume at the 65th running of the iconic event held in Daytona International Speedway in 2022. Despite a strong surge towards the front of the pack on the final stages of the race, Logano was unable to clinch the coveted victory in overtime, and as a caution last lap unexpectedly altered the outcome. In a career-defining moment, the win went to Ricky Stenhouse Jr., leaving Logano to settle for a close second-place finish. He said, "Pissed off. That's where I'm at right now," with a little bit of a smile. The fifth driver who was most likely to win the race was Kyle Larson. Travis Pastrana, who was vying for the top 5 position in the race, encountered a challenging moment when Aric Almirola bumped his number 67 Toyota Camry TRD, causing it to spin and veer towards the inside of the track. As the car continued to swerve, it made contact with Kyle Larson's right rear, resulting in significant damage to Larson's number 5 HendrickCars.com Chevrolet Camaro. Larson, who had started the race from the outside of the front row, crashed heavily into the outside wall, with the force of the impact completely wrecking his vehicle. Last but not least, we have Kyle Busch, who despite numerous victories in the world of NASCAR, including multiple championships, has yet to claim one of the sport's most prestigious titles, in Daytona 500. In the 2023 edition of the race, Busch embarked on his 18th attempt to secure the elusive victory while driving for a new team, Richard Childress Racing. As the race drew near its conclusion, the top 8 drivers settled into a single file formation, hugging the inside lane of the track. However, with just 4 laps left to go, Kyle, who had been sitting in 3rd place, made a decision to break out of the line. With only 2 laps remaining, Daniel Suarez encountered a mishap that prompted the deployment of the caution flag, temporarily halting the race. In the end, Joey Logano managed to inch ahead of his competitors, while Kyle clashed with Larson and Stenhouse Jr. for the 2nd position. Aric Almirola gave Travis Pastrana a forceful push, causing his number 67 Toyota Camry TRD to spin out of control and careen down the track, where it ultimately hooked on the right rear of Kyle Larson's car. The ensuing wreckage was not over yet, as Larson's car slammed head-on to the outside wall, and in the process clipped Bubba Wallace's car. As Wallace skidded across the track, he inadvertently collected A.J. Allmender's car, which then collided with Kyle Busch's vehicle. At the time of the incident, Busch was fighting for 4th position on the final lap before his car spun. It is unfortunate for these drivers and for fans who hope that they would secure a win. What do you think of this race? Share us your thoughts in the comments, and please subscribe and leave a like on this video. Have a great one.
Sponsored by Credit One Bank, and make a mark on where to start, finish line, way back through the tri-oval.